This is where the ancient cities and medieval civilizations emerged and disappeared. This is the cradle of great ideas, a place where science and arts prospered, the crossroads of trade and the boldest ideas. What is Central Asia like today? What do the countries in the region have in common? What is the cultural and genetic code of the peoples living in this part of the world? Stay tuned with Central Asian Guide to find out. Eaglets learn to fly. In search of great ancestor. Paris applauds people of Kazakhstan. Show me your diary, please. How's the study? How are you, Yaroslav? Good. Well done. You need to keep studying hard at school to become a well-respected person in the future. Take the diary and go. This is our everyday life. This is my family. My wife, Saule. We have 3 children, our boy Yaroslav and 2 daughters. They are Arujan and youngest, Sayana. She still goes to kindergarten. I hope he will follow my footsteps. Who knows, maybe he will become an eagle hunter. But now he's engaged in wrestling. My boy Yaroslav in general, I learned everything from my father. Maybe the son will follow my example. What do you want to do when you grow up? Will you continue to fight or rather become an eagle hunter? I think I will be an eagle hunter. Really, you can deal with both activities. This is my wife. We have been living for 10 years together. Now Yaroslav and me are going to prepare a horse for hunting. This is our village, Sofiyevka. We are building a big house. I want my son Yaroslav to live here in the future with his family. I am building this cottage for money earned from my own labor. And here are my golden eagles. This bird is called Tuilik. He's now 10 years old. And this is Akbulak. I got him from my father. He's already 21 years old. Eagle hunting is the craft of my ancestors. My father taught me everything he knew. This chick is only a year old. Its name is Algar. It will soon participate at the competitions. Eagle hunting has been included in the list of national sports. A special attention is focused on it now. Jibek Kuntagan is a hereditary eagle hunter. More than once, he was awarded as the best at the Kazakhstan's championships. Now he's training young people in the Jibek club. Yaroslav, hold the bridle. This is a special wooden support. It is necessary to keep the eagle on the outstretched hand. I need to change my cloth. This is our national clothes with traditional ornaments. Usually we dress it for competitions. Well, let's go. This is an indispensable attribute for any eagle hunter, leather gloves to keep the eagle. This cap is called tomaga. They close the bird's eyes. Nothing can be compared with a boundless steppe. We are all waiting for the onset of winter. We are waiting for the snow. Then we can hunt Corsac and hares. We are also looking forward to the start of the competition. Soon, there will be a competition devoted to the memory of my father. Eagle hunters from all over Kazakhstan will gather here. The hunt with hunting birds by the UNESCO decision is attributed to the international cultural heritage. The most popular is the oldest hunting art in Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. Mongolia is not far behind. Finally, the autumn came and snow will fall soon. We prepare eagles for hunting. Meat is given less than usual, so that they are slightly hungry. This chick only starts learning. Hey, let it go. The young eagle does not dare to sit down on the rider's hand. The horse still scares the bird away. This is only the beginning of a cunning career. However, the experienced master does not lose heart. He wants the proud predator to reconcile and hover on the arm of the hunter. Last year, the competitions were held on Isykyl in Kyrgyzstan. Our eagle hunters also took part there. Our compatriots showed good results and gained the second place. Before that, our team of 9 people went to Mongolia and also showed good performance. Kyrgyz eagle hunters are no different from us, but in Mongolia there is a difference. There are 70 to 80 eagle hunters in the district alone. Not Mongols, but Kazakhs residing in Mongolia take care of eagles. Indeed, the two peoples, the heirs of the great nomadic civilizations, Kazakh and Kyrgyz, have much in common. This is noticeable not only in terms of language, but in national traditions as well, including hunting with eagles, kokpar, and archery. We will go on a trip to Kyrgyzstan to see the guardians of traditions, which are very similar to Kazakh ones. Every 2 years, the World Nomadic Games are held in Kyrgyzstan, and in 2017, the International Eagle Hunters Forum was held under the auspices of the Salburian Federation. Other types of national sports and crafts were also presented. There was no special reason for me to start shooting from the bow. After all, being a child, we all play with an arrow. I grew up far from parents and siblings, but I often went to see them. We played bowish games with brothers. I remember how they made arrows and bows with their own hand. Many years later, when I became a mother, all this was forgotten. But one day, I had a prophetic dream. Many do not believe in such dreams, especially people believers can say that this is a lie. But every time something good happens in my life, I see such dreams. Often I see the deceased ancestors in the dream. In that special dream, someone gave me a bow. Waking up, I thought for a long time what it could mean. I thought why I needed an arrow, because I am the mother of 2 children. In addition, I thought what people would say. Therefore, I began to learn this skill in great secrecy from others. Nevertheless, after a while, I already became a member of the Salburian Federation and even began to perform at competitions. This acts as a meditation, helps to gather my thoughts. At the same time, when you take the bow and arrows in your hands, aim at the target and shoot, all thoughts are gathered together. It's like meditation, but I never thought that I would do this professionally as an athlete. Now I can call myself a full-fledged athlete.
жааны колума кармагандан баштап 5 ай болду. 1 жыл толо электе дүйнөлүк 60.
In less than 5 months, I started shooting, and I immediately won the right to perform at the World Nomadic Games, where athletes from 60 countries of the world participated.
Ишенишкен жок. Сен балким 1 жыл аткансың, балким 2 жыл аткансың да. Бирок менин ошол кезде атканыма 3-4 эле ай болгон. Профессионал жааны кармап атканыма.
Many people did not believe that I was a beginner archeress, but in fact before that, I only held a professional bow in my hand for 3 months. At the Games of the Nomads, I was among the top 5 archers.
Дүйнөлүк жаачылардын катарына кошулуп калдым.
Jaz Aim Aydekova lives in a suburb of Bishkek in the village of Arashan near the writer's house. Every day she goes to work in the city. She is a journalist, parliamentary observer. She brings up son and daughter. Recently, in addition to traditional archery, she was fascinated by dramaturgy. Jaz Aim is a descendant of the Kyrgyz national hero of the 19th century, Tuilik, and sometimes she thinks that she took up the bow and arrows not by chance. There were the genes of the famous warrior ancestor. My mentor, writer and playwright Mar Baijiev is also an academic of cinema and theater. I am very happy to be his student because I have gained a lot of knowledge thanks to him. I want to be recognized as a young playwright, and for this I chose this thorny path. Many times Chingiz Aytmatov walked around this very path, as Mar Baijiev does. It's as though their breath is felt. Now we, the children, go on their traces. Today I will go to my native village of Kurtka in Narin Oblast with my children and TV viewers. There I will tell you about Tuilik, who at one time defended his people and native land from the invasions of the troops of the King Empire and the Kakand Khanate. I invite everyone to the exciting journey. I live in this house with my children. It's clean air here. We like it very much. The house is small, though our own. It is convenient for us here. Go ahead. Let's get up. Hello. How are you? Good. How are you doing? Is everything okay? Put it in the trunk. Come in. Now I'm going with my children to my second homeland. My mood is very good. The road is long, about 7-hour drive. I hope it will be easy. All my relatives are waiting for me there. The way is quite long, so let's go. So we arrived. You here? Say hello to your uncles. How are you doing? Oh, my Gunai came. Harvesting? Yes, we are. When I was little, all these trees were just saplings. Now they give fruits. I became an adult too, left my parents' home. Away from home, you always miss your native places. Today my mom picked crab apples for the guests. When I was leaving to the capital, the tree was not yet given fruits. Now, need help, Mom? Let's go. Here I grew up. I used to play in this garden a lot. All this is mine, my own. Jump. Jazayim grew up in this house, in this village. I have 8 children. She's the 4th child. From early ages, she was very sharp, spoiled. She was always stubborn and, at the same time, very diligent. She was very good at school. She was one of the best students, the organizer of all kinds of events. She was different from all the brothers and sisters with her special talents. She participated in all creative competitions, sang and danced, performed in school concerts. Her teacher always said that she was very diligent. We also always thought that she was worthy to become a journalist. The world knows her as the best archer. In addition, she, along with my songs, glorifies the father's name. My sons are athletes too. One is engaged of the Kogboro, the other participates in games of Inish. The whole Kyrgyzstan also knows about them. We are proud of our children. Since I grew up among 2 brothers, I behave more like men. I like horse riding. I think we can go riding together. Come along. As a true brave girl, Jazayim feels great pleasure from a swift horse race, from flight over the native steppe. She feels confident in the saddle, just like the Kazakh girls, who always also perfectly mastered the skills of riding and at any time could take up arms, especially in a bad time when the enemy was attacking. Also, Jazayim is a true heiress of her great ancestor Tuilik Batyr, whose memory she came to worship here in Narin region, where the famous fortress Kurtka was located. Tuilik Batyr, hero of Kyrgyz people's liberation struggle against the oppression of the Kokand Khanate. Tuilik Batyr is a well-known person. He fought not only against the Kokand Khanate, but he also fought against the local descendants of the Eastern Turkestan rulers and against the Qin Empire. These events are reflected in the works of Kazakh scholar Shokan Valikhanov. During that period, the Kyrgyz and Kazakh people jointly opposed the rule of the Kokand Khanate. The thought that Kazakh and Kyrgyz people are relatives is not just words. It is a thought that has been preserved in the hearts of our peoples for centuries. If we turn to history, then, indeed, these 2 nations never parted. They have always fought together. Nursultan Nazarbayev said that there are 2 nations in the world whom he loves endlessly. One nation is Kazakh, and the other is Kyrgyz people. Our ancestors knew our traditions and customs, and they always tried to preserve and develop close relations between our peoples. This is the Kurtka fortress. Our ancestor Tuilik Batyr built a fortress here. These are the remains of the tower of that fortress. The cause of his death has not known yet, but there were rumors that he was poisoned. The Kokand doctor turned into a vagabond, and then he came to the Batyr as a hairdresser. When he cut his hair, Tuilik Batyr admitted to him that he often had a headache. Then the doctor promised to treat him and did a bloodletting. The medicine contained poison. 2 hours after the procedure, the Batyr died of cerebral edema. We are the descendants of the famous Batyr. We are proud of our great ancestor. Thanks to him, we live in this world. If he did not protect us, then we would not be here today. The gate of the fortress was located in that place, looking to the east. The foundation was very high. At the top there were special holes. All this was destroyed by the Bolsheviks. They were not interested in keeping it as a monument of architecture. If they had not touched it, then it would have stood still to this day.
Билесиздерби, бул жер ким үчүн кандай билбейм, бирок мен үчүн аябагандай.
You know, for me, it's a holy place.
Туруп азыр мен ата-бабамдын бир жачы.
Now I stand here and it seems to me that the spirits of ancestors are happy.
Казак боордоштардан бир үлкөн адамдар келип ошо бизди эстеп атат деп бир арбактардын.
They're happy with the fact that one of their descendants is the archer.
Түшүнөсүздөр, ушул жер мага керек болсо мына окшогон таш.
Now we're here to honor their memory. I feel it on the energy level. Do you believe this place? These stones, all this land is holy to me. Here my ancestors walked. Their tracks were left here. When I came here, I found this bone. I don't know, maybe it's the remains of my ancestors, because there are several layers of their bones lying on the ground. From such thoughts, I can't stop crying. I feel somehow different. The most important thing is that the souls of our ancestors, our great-great-grandfather, Tuilik, were calm. I wish they were satisfied with us. Children, let's go home. Let's go. We will say goodbye to grandparents. I don't want to leave. Goodbye. Drive safe. Meanwhile, twilight came to the Kazakh steppe. Trainings with young golden eagles are held regularly, but each of them does not take a long time, since the bird should not overwork on the eve of the competitions. It is getting dark, and Kazakh eagle hunter Jibek too returns to the owl to his native hearth. Golden eagles can see at a distance of 5 kilometers, and the speed of these birds, they say, can reach 250 to 300 kilometers per hour. Back in the days, my father said that during the contractions, if you put a golden eagle at the head of the bed of a pregnant woman, then she will go through the baby delivery easily. This is a female golden eagle. They hunt better than males because they need to feed the chicks. And males hunt small animals. The females also differ in their size, and their legs are larger than male eagles. Hooray, Dad's here. You are my darling. Well, let's go. Go into the yard. Now I'll just put down a bird. Let's go into the house. Is tea ready? Let's go and have a cup of tea. I'm a little tired. The culture of nomads, and in particular the culture of the peoples of Central Asia today, is given a fundamentally different assessment than the one that has existed throughout the centuries in the European scientific community. In the light of recent research without historical distortions, it is generally accepted that the ancient nomadic civilizations made an invaluable contribution to world culture. This is why the European researchers are interested in the Great Steppe today, looking for common, generic traits from the heirs of the Great Steppe states. In October 2017, a scientific and practical conference at UNESCO headquarters hosted a dialogue on the culture of Kazakhstan, on the rapprochement of cultures of related peoples. It was not only about the historical and cultural heritage, but also about modern culture, its right to uniqueness. I remember when President Nursultan Nazarbayev arrived here 2 years ago. He took part in the celebration of the 70th anniversary of UNESCO. He delivered an impressive speech about how important our work is in preserving the cultural heritage and about intercultural dialogue. Kazakhstan had suggested to the United Nations to hold the International Year for the Rapprochement of Cultures. It really was like a gift. I took it as a gift. The UNESCO supported the establishment of the International Center for the Rapprochement of Cultures in Kazakhstan. It will deal specifically with the study of the rapprochement of cultures in Central Asia. Previously, it was believed that the nomadic culture has roots of 200, 300, 500 years and that the nomadic culture had no statehood. However, recent studies and recent work show that it was just another statehood, another type of society organization. Therefore, it was organized not just many centuries ago, but many millennia ago. Cavalier of many orders, Professor Albert Fischler teaches geography to the Parisian students. He visited Kazakhstan 19 times and could personally observe the development of the country. I am very impressed that Kazakhstan represents its culture outside the country. Now again, there are all opportunities for the people to understand their roots, to realize their wealth. The Kazakh people can and must clearly reveal their potential. And the actions of the government of Kazakhstan indicate that it appreciates the ancient culture. The Center for Kazakh Literature and Culture was opened in the Bulak Library of the Institute of Oriental Languages and Civilizations. About 200 Kazakh books were donated to the library. Moreover, the Kazakhstan Book Exhibition presented unique editions in the Kazakh Latin alphabet, including the Alipay ABC book of the 30s of the last century to the Parisians. The Kazakh Ministry of Culture and Sport and the Association of National Museums of France agreed on close cooperation in the field of culture, art, and preservation of the cultural heritage of both countries. The main priority is to hold exhibitions of Kazakhstan artists in museums of France and vice versa. We are interested not only in reviving our ancient traditions, we must show them in all their glory. These traditions had a colossal influence on the development of mankind. The whole day I watched the audience of different European countries, how they react to these pictures, and you know, they were stopping. Askar Yesdaulet, Andrei Noda, and Anar Abzhanova are those painters who are liked by the European audiences because they are understood. The power of art is that it does not need translators. The Astana Ballet Troupe and the stars of the Astana Opera, who have already won the love of the Parisian public, performed with brilliance at the most prestigious scenes of Paris. Our art will not die, music will not stop sounding, and our traditions will never be forgotten as long as we have a great Kazakh land. Our songs have their own peculiarity. Our orchestra performs classical songs in Kazakh manner. This is also a kind of novelty. They played folklore and classical music. This is brilliant. It's just great to show that in Kazakhstan everyone is open, that is, people have an open musical soul. Young pop star with unique vocal performances, Dimash Kudaibergen finalized the gala concert. After After the performance, Dimash was surrounded by enthusiastic audience almost from all over the world, the French, Americans, Japanese, Chinese, and, of course, compatriots. Is this not evidence that representatives of modern Kazakhstan culture and art have a wonderful future and wonderful opportunities to demonstrate Kazakhstan's achievements to the whole world?